Turkey and its allies, including the US, are reportedly considering stationing Patriot missiles along the border with Syria. And reports suggest that NATO is preparing to take responsibility for the deployment of these missiles. Well, for more on this, I'm joined live by anti-war activist Lindsay German. And the first question in relation to the US election, Lindsay, is do you think that we'll see any difference in Obama's way of dealing with Syria now he's back for a second time?
Well, the only thing that I fear is that after the elections, there will be an escalation of US intervention in the region. It's welcome that we haven't got Romney as president, but if you look what's this week, there is a conference to discuss creating effectively a new government in waiting for Syria, which the Americans, Hillary Clinton and other US figures are very much involved in, as are the rulers of the Gulf states. So I think we will see some kind of escalation. And of course, we're seeing this already with the talk about arms like the Patriot missiles, which the Turks are talking about putting on the border.
But would they be used for defensive purposes, the Turkish, to protect themselves, or actually to intervene in Syria's internal conflict there? I mean, that's the question, isn't it?
Well, I think it's very much the latter, that these will be used, if necessary, for the Turks to intervene in the internal conflict. In particular, it seems to me that having the Patriot missiles is a prelude for talking about a no-fly zone. We've seen before the effects of no-fly zones, for example, in Libya, for example, in Iraq, where they actually didn't bring peace to the region, but they were the lead up to more hot war, to intensive bombing, to all these kind of things. And I fear that the developments in Turkey point in the same direction.
And do you think that we could see some sort of action beyond the sanctioning of the UN Security Council without its agreements then?
Well, I guess they will try to get the agreement of the UN Security Council, but this is a problem that the US in particular and the European powers have had a great deal of trouble with, that they haven't been able to get unanimity, which has allowed them to go ahead. I think now they will be pressing much, much stronger. And of course, we should be aware that there is a great deal of precedent in recent history for NATO acting outside of the auspices of the UN Security Council, and that, of course, is a strong possibility.
Lindsay, we'll leave it there. Thanks so much for your thoughts. Lindsay German joining me live there from London.